guess what we're watching today? Hello! Welcome to another edition of Author E. Jamie Watches, a somewhat weekly show where I react to television shows and or movies and hopefully entertain y'all. For this week, we are watching the highly emotional, drives me up the wall, but I love it, Turkish drama, Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. That is not the name of the show. I can't pronounce the name of the show because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl. We are watching episode 42 today. So, trying the Patreon thing, but it turns out that the unedited Patreon file, the unedited file for, I was trying with episode 40, is too big for Vimeo, because Vimeo, without paying for like one of the premium program things, they have a limit of like 500 megabytes or whatever a week. So the Patreon file is too big for Vimeo. I'm going to try and see if I can put it on another link, or maybe try and compress it more. I'm not sure. For those of you who always are on me to like not edit, and this is why, because the file's too big if I don't edit. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna try like another, maybe if I put it on my Google, I don't know. But we'll try something else and see how that goes. Otherwise, we're still doing it the usual way, where I put my preview clip up on my regular channel with the link where you can watch the edited version on my website, and with the YouTube version, which is even more heavily edited, that will go on my YouTube reaction channel. So far, that's the plan. Last episode, we had Creepy Grandma proposing a truce to the Shagalagas, which of course they did not accept, even before Hottie McWeirdo came and played their little mind game on Asshat Grandpa. Even before, I was like, there's no way that they are going to accept this truce. There's no way they should accept this truce, because Creepy Grandma is made of liar. She's completely made of liar. I do not buy for 1 second that she intended to give up her revenge and like propose this truce that it was a genuine truce. I don't buy for 1 damn second, because whatever revenge she has going on, it is deeper than her grandson. It was deeper than Skittles. No. She would not be giving up her revenge just to protect her grandson. I don't buy that for a second. And if the writers think that if their intention was that she is genuine in her wanting to do this truce, that's BS writing, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like it for that instance. The rest, however, I am totally on board on, because my precious curly cupcake, Reyyan, proved that my ride or die bitch is back. She came up with the inspired idea to hold off going through with the divorce from Moran by claiming to be pregnant, which, granted, is not a long-term solution, but we're not going to worry about the long-term right now. We just need time now. It bought her a couple of months. It was brilliant. I loved it. Perfection. Who else was perfection? Well, my precious, precious Ferret, who, as soon as the meeting for the truce went sideways, grabbed Reyyan and was like, okay, you and Moran, you need to go. You need to, like, get the hell out of here. My ship needs to sail. I will not allow anyone to destroy my ship. You are my babies, and I need you to be together. He had passports and everything. I could not love this boy more. I mean, he is just the preciousest. Mama Goonie, again, the writers royally fucked up episodes 36 to 39. So I will accept a misstep here and there as they get back on track. They did some good things last episode. They did some what the fuckery. And the king of the what the fuckery was they had Mama Goonie find the letter that Mama Dilly wrote telling Papa Koala Bear that Moran was his son. So Mama Goonie now knows that Moran is not a Askababa, whatever. And that she was all like, oh, my son is the true heir. My son is the true heir. Her son is a fucking dumbass who I knew as soon as she gave him the letter and he was all, oh, she was all like, oh, you need to go and like give the letter to Moran and like tell him the truth, and because he's not one of us and he's a Shagalaga. And the son was all like, sure, Mama, sure, I'll tell Moran that he's a Shagalaga and not one of us. I will get right on that, Mama. I will do whatever you say, Mama. I will do it all completely. Don't you worry your pretty little head. What does he do? He sets the letter on fire. Why? Because he's a jealous butthole. I knew as soon as she gave him the letter, that letter had a better chance of like getting to Moran if the Starks sent a raven. That letter would have had a better chance of getting to Moran. Game of Thrones reference. Yeah, as soon as he saw that Moran and Reyyan were all happy in the cabin of doom, and they were like kissing and making out, and it was beautiful. As soon as he saw that, he was like, we don't need no water, let this mother effer burn, and set the letter on fire. He was like, Disco Inferno, set the letter on fire. He was like, somebody call 911, shorty fire burning on the dance floor. He set the letter on fire. Oh, and creepy assassin looking lady came to Grandma Dilly. Potentially, and oh my god, I hope so, but I also have angry questions. If it is Mama Dilly, yeah, so that's sort of where we are. 41 was a fantastic episode, except for the whole truce thing, which was stupid, and except for Mama Goonie finding out that Moran was not Creepy Grandma's actual grandson. Don't get me wrong, I of course wanted Moran to someday find out, and someday I hope that he will, and I hope that it's not in the last episode, but I didn't want Mama Goonie to be the one to have discovered that secret. Oh, and we found out that Reyyan's biological father, Mafi, was the one that tracked down Hottie McWeirdo and brought him in to work for him. At least that's the understanding that I got from the last episode, where previously we thought that Mafi was working for Hottie McWeirdo. It actually seems like the other way around. And Mafi has got Hottie McWeirdo's number. He's all like, oh, you're doing this because of you're in love with Reyyan. You had like kidnapped her. We found out that he was the one who kidnapped her, Hottie McWeirdo, and he was all like, from like when you kidnapped her, and you knew that you had feelings for her then, and it's affecting your decisions now. And Hottie McWeirdo was like, oh no, it's not. I'm in charge of my emotions, and I'm not. Nothing is going to divert me from the plan, which I don't altogether understand. He's apparently working against Creepy Grandma, but at the same time, he seems to be working against the Shagalagas. Je ne sais quoi. Okay, I don't know. But, yeah, so that's sort of where we are. I am very excited to find out what 42 has in store for us, what Guri awaits us now. So, let's get into it. Again, make sure that you're subscribed so you get the little preview clip with the link to where you can watch the reaction. Someday soon, I hope to have the full reactions up on Patreon. Still working on it, but at least we have the account now, and we're set up, and now we're just figuring out how to wear the links and how to do that. So, let's get to episode 42. What is going to happen? Here we go. I'm not altogether sure that I understood what is happening with this Koala Bear revelation. Because since the beginning of the show, the whole scandal, the whole town believed that Koala Bear had killed Moran's parents. The whole town believed it because that was the story that Creepy Grandma was going around telling. So I don't really understand why Asshat Grandpa is coming along now repeating that rumor and saying that it's true when he of all people knows that it's not true, and that he knows of all people that it's not true because he was the one who killed Moran's father. So I don't understand what Asshat Grandpa is doing right now. And like, why would Mama Koala Bear believe that? Why would Reyyan believe that? Because Asshat Grandpa says so? I don't necessarily understand what is happening there. Because Asshat Grandpa knows that Koala Bear didn't kill Moran's father. Because he killed Moran's father. So yeah, I don't get what Asshat Grandpa is doing right now. And, like, why is he trying to push that story is true? Just so Moran and Reyyan don't be together? That doesn't seem like a good enough reason to sort of throw his son under the bus. To sort of like put this lie on his son. Because Asshat Grandpa has already lied about a ton of shit. And has already lied to Papa Koala Bear. And done horrible things in the name of his family to Papa Koala Bear. So I don't understand why trying to come now and say the thing that everybody in the town thought was true and the whole rumor is actually true. Like, why would he do that to his son? I don't understand what Asshat Grandpa is doing right now. Mama Koala Bear's back. Thank you, sweet Jesus. Although she looks about ready to pop. And I hate the fact that Asshat Grandpa, that she told Asshat Grandpa. Why? Like, why would you tell him before you would tell your own husband? Although I will say, from a story standpoint, I like that Asshat Grandpa knows over the fact that Mama Goonie was the first one to find out. That was just stupid. That was stupid and weak, and Mama Goonie is like nothing. Like, she is not an important character in that storyline of Moran being Papa Koala Bear's son. Asshat Grandpa is at least a player in that storyline, because he has now learned that that's his grandson. This man that he has hated from pretty much the first or second episode, he has now learned that that is his grandson. So that, from a storytelling point of view, is a lot more interesting than when Mama Goonie found out. So, great episode. Creepy Grandma now knows about the Reyyan room, so that should be interesting. I'm not sure why she didn't mention it to Honey McWeirdo. Not quite sure what the significance is going to be of Hottie McCrazy learning that Creepy Grandma's sister was with the Shagalagas for 35 years as opposed to 30, which is what they thought. I'm not sure how that's going to play into and how that affects what they're doing. We still didn't learn about who that creepy Assassin's Creed looking woman was that came to Grandma Dilly. Don't know that yet. But we do know that Hottie McWeirdo and Mafi and the housekeeper spy lady, that they're all apparently working for some woman, which I do like a lot more, because I did not like the idea that Hottie McWeirdo was the one behind this whole like revenge thing against Creepy Grandma. Just no, it was weak and it just didn't. Just no. Hottie McWeirdo can have his own reasons for going along with this revenge thing. You know, he's mad because he didn't get to be raised with his family and blah blah blah. Goonie, why? it looks like Goonie's getting sucked back into the Moran vortex, which I don't like. I liked that she was leaving the house and seeming to like go and like find her own future and make a life of her own. And that lasted about 5 minutes before the writers put her back in the house. Why? And put her back into like being happy, that giving her hope that Moran and Reyyan were divorced, and thinking that that meant that she now had a shot with Moran. Why? Why are we going down that road again? Get her away from Moran. Stop having her chase Moran. She is a beautiful, smart, strong woman who should be going and finding her own future. She came face to face with the man we're supposed to believe is her brother, Howdy McWeirdo. But I will never believe that I will never accept that the writers have decided to make him her brother and not Ferret. Because Ferret is the best, and that's simply just fact. And he deserves all the good things. And I will always want him to be her brother. I want Ferret to be my brother. He is the preciousest. Precious Lemon Drop looks to be having a bit of a medical crisis, and I wonder if they're bringing back the effects of her shooting, because I remember the doctors saying that they weren't able to get the bullet out because it was in a precarious spot. So from what we know, the bullet's still in there, and I'm wondering if it's affecting her now. So yeah, I think that covers everything that I wanted to mention. A little confused about what Asshat Grandpa's doing. So if you could shed some light on that, by all means do in the comments. Because the whole town believed that Papa Koala Bear had killed Moran's parents. That was the whole beginning of the revenge. That was the whole subject of the revenge. So I don't understand why Papa Koala or Asshat Grandpa repeating this rumor and now saying that it was true when, you know, how could he know? Like, going with the lie, let's say, because we know, the audience knows that Asshat Grandpa is the one that actually killed Moran's father. So putting a pin in the lie right now, if I was Mama Koala Bear, I would be like, well, that's the rumor that everybody in town's been saying for years. How could you possibly know whether it's true or not? Like, is he actually going to go so far as to say, I saw Papa Koala Bear shoot Moran's father? Like, is he actually going to go that far with the lie? Because that is evil. That is some evil shit right there. And how, for what? Just so Moran and Reyyan don't be together? Like, you will really do that to your son? Just so a couple that you don't like doesn't end up together? Like, really? Wow. I mean, I hate Asshat Grandpa, but that is some, like, extra level evil. That's like creepy grandma level evil. And I always hated Asshat Grandpa. I think he's a misogynistic piece of shit. But to perpetrate this lie about your own son when you know for a fact it's not true because you were the one, you're the actual killer, that's evil. Like, that's like creepy grandma level evil. And I, as much as I hated the man, never thought of him as somebody who would sort of like orchestrate evil. You know what I mean? Like, he has like people that he hates, and he's manipulative, and, or no, not even like manipulative. He's overbearing and he's controlling. But I never thought of him as someone who would destroy lives through manipulation, through lies and deceit, and like, you know, that's creepy grandma's game. So it's weird to me that Asshat Grandpa is now playing her game. Meh. That's strange to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand what he's doing and the reasons for why he's doing it. So, yeah, great episode. I'm so happy Mama Koala Bear's back. Although, and why is Mama Koala Bear mad at Papa Koala Bear? I mean, like, yeah, I understand the whole, like, I left you guys for like 5 minutes and you guys have like ruined everything, and like, you're, you know, like, my daughter's miserable and blah blah blah, but she seems to be particularly mad at Papa Koala Bear, and I don't understand why. And I think that Moran should have warned her that Reyyan now knows that Papa Koala Bear is not her biological father, because from what we saw just now, she didn't make any reference to that, so I don't think she knows that Reyyan now knows that Papa Koala Bear is not her father. And I think having to deal with that lie of having told your daughter all these years that this was her father, and her finding out that it's not her father, I think Mama Koala Bear being confronted with that could cause her to go into labor. So I don't think that was wise of Moran to not say anything. I'm hoping that Mama Koala Bear being mad at Papa Koala Bear is just an act. I don't know if there's some secret plan between the two of them going on, because, you know, they were up in the stairs, and then, like, I don't know if, like, they had a moment where they were, like, by themselves and talking, and hopefully they came up with something, like Moran and Farrat did in the last episode. I don't know what's going on there. But Mama Koala Bear seems to be mad at Papa Koala Bear, and I don't like it. Alright, that's going to be it for this week's video. Again, make sure that you're subscribed so that you can get the preview clip that goes up and the link to watch the reaction. Try the Patreon thing, but again, the reasons that I edit the videos, for the YouTube, it's so that it's copyright doesn't, you know, come after me. For the link where I upload it, it's so that the file is not so big and that it can actually be uploaded. With Patreon, I don't know how I'm going to do the full reactions, because with the Vimeo link, the file's too big. It won't upload unless I pay for the premium version, which I'm not willing to do that. So if we figure out a way to do the Patreon thing, we'll do the Patreon thing. But so far, these episodes are like 2.5 hours long. I don't know if it's going to work for Patreon. I don't know. So yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, do all the things so that more people can find the videos. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.